Alright, I'm just going to pump out a couple of videos today. I hope you can hear me over the sound of the ocean. That would be very depressing if you couldn't hear anything I was saying. But I want to tell you guys that you don't have eustachian tube dysfunction. That's a whole load of shit, okay? Eustachian tube dysfunction is basically when you have an issue with the capillaries in your veins, okay? Or you have an issue with your arterial walls, okay? Or you have a dilation of the arterial wall. So you either have a calcium buildup or a cholesterol buildup because you've been eating too much sugar, but it's all related to sugar. How can I have the right to talk about eustachian tube dysfunction? When I was looking and talking to doctors and ENTs about fixing my tinnitus, they drilled holes into my nose, was throwing up blood for about a week afterwards, didn't sleep for like 3 days, so painful, and it didn't do a thing. In fact, my tinnitus got worse because of the antibiotics that they gave me. Thanks a lot, ENTs. I've been thinking about it for a while, and anyway, no, I won't say. But here's the thing. So let's go back to what I said before. It's normally a calcium buildup, which is caused by an arterial wall cut, and the calcium gets in and it has to heal it, but it shouldn't be there because you shouldn't be eating that much sugar in the first place. Or it's a dilation of the arteries because you have a heart problem because you're eating too much shit and you're pre-diabetic, you're hyperinsulinemia, okay, you're pre-diabetic basically, which everybody is. If you don't think you're pre-diabetic, you're a fuckhead. If you eat bread every day and you have like a little chocolate every day, you're pre-diabetic. It's as simple as that. Let me give you one thing to go off, okay? When you're dieting and people tell you, oh, you know, I ate good today, I just had salad, so I can have a Mars bar at night. Don't do that, okay? The bad stuff is always worse than the good stuff is good. If you have one Mars bar compared to 10 plates of salad, you've fucked it. You haven't ruined it, but you've really inhibited the salad's effect for the potassium to be digested properly, because the sugar is so inflammatory, it prevents your stomach lining from working well and digesting everything. And then your liver has to deal with the waste products from burning sugar as energy, acetate, lactate, has to deal with that, and it can't properly process, the B vitamins aren't used properly to process the potassium in the food, and so you just shit the leafy greens out, because it's like if you ate a good salad and then you just took some cyanide or some poison. It's not that severe, but I think you guys should understand that, okay? Anyway, so let me give you an example, and I learned this off a really fantastic Dr. Darren Schmidt, and I'm going to give credit where credit due. He is ridiculously smart, Darren Schmidt, okay? Unbelievable. Anyway, so he uses this diagram. So I think the camera's backwards, so I'm not sure if this is an L. That's an L if it's the right way anyway. So L and O. So when you burn sugar as an energy, you eat a Mars bar or whatever and you burn it as an energy, there's waste products, okay? And they're toxic. Lactate, acetate, which is nail polish remover, ethanol, and all this other crap, okay? So that's just the lactate, okay? When you have too much toxins and sugar in your body, okay, this is oxygen, it crowds out the oxygen. It works like this. So oxygen is good. This is why when people do the Wim Hof method and they're taking heaps of oxygen, it goes like this and they feel good, okay? And they feel good, and then it goes wham and they feel way worse. That means you have too much lactate and acid, and blood is too acidic basically. What fixes that? Go figure, fasting, what I've been saying for so fucking long, okay? So what happens is, this happens, right? And because it's inflammatory, your soft tissue in your arterial walls, soft tissue, eustachian tubes, it dilates and it stops working properly, and also you get the calcium buildup too, so it's bigger and there's more crap in it, and so it gets blocked, okay? It's not eustachian tube dysfunction. Your ratio of oxygen to lactate is way out of whack, and tinnitus is the last of your worries, because you're probably going to get heart disease, Meniere's disease, which is totally curable, by the way, Meniere's disease. So eustachian tube dysfunction, you just don't have it. It's just not a thing, okay? It's like saying that, what would it be like? It would be like if you were playing football, AFL, and you had a spiral fracture in your leg, and it just went to shit and just broke, and it was flopping around. The doctor said, oh, you've got floppy leg syndrome. No, motherfucker, the bone is ruined, the bone is broken. That's what it's like. Oh, you have eustachian tube dysfunction. No, my blood is too acidic, I'm dying. Please stop giving me medication. Please stop prescribing me all this bullshit. I paid $2,500 for that surgery, by the way. This bullshit. And tell me to stop eating crap and put good stuff in my body. Now, you're gonna have to do things like restore your B vitamins and everything like that, but that's way down the line. That's something I'm still experimenting with myself, but that's about eustachian tube dysfunction. You don't have it, it's not even a real thing, okay? This is Liam from Tinnitus Treatment. Talk soon.